Hello and welcome to Stampin' on the Hill. I'm Deb Keyes. Today we've got another fun fold. This is the October fun fold, and we might as well just get right into it and get started. So let me show you what I've got going on here. Get my mouse in the right place. This is the fun fold, and I'm going to teach you how to make it. So we're going to start with a piece of, this is shaded spruce, and it is 11 by 4 1/4. And we're going to bring in a paper trimmer. We're going to score it at 5 1/2. You see what I'm doing here? Okay, making sure. So the scoring blade is the lighter one. Don't accidentally use the other one. Okay, and then we're also going to then shift it to the, I want to say it's the 3-inch mark. I think it's the 4-inch mark. Let me double check. Cut at 3 inches. So we're going to cut here at 3 inches this way and put this aside. So this is our card, and then this is going to go here. And so then we need some more pieces. Grabbing my bone folder so we can, I forgot to grab that before we started. All right, so bone folder. These are the pieces. So this is kind of what the basic card looks like. Let me bring this one back in a second so you can kind of see. This is the green outer, and that's how it works. So then we've got some more pieces. So we've got a 4 by 5 1/4 that's going to go on the inside of this one. And then I've got a white layer that I don't remember the measurements for. Let's see. It is 2 3/4 by 4. That's what this one is. Okay. So that one's going to go there. And then we've got some pieces of scrap. And we're going to use Pretty in Pink and some pieces of white scrap. Oh, I have this piece here. I forgot about this piece. This is, maybe this is the 2 3/4 by 4. And then this is 2 1/4 this way by 4. Okay, so that's how it's going to go. I'm sorry. All right, we got it together now. And this has got a little smudge on it, so we're going to probably turn it upside down. Actually, we're going to cover it up anyway, so it's not really going to matter. All right, and then so we've got Pretty in Pink scrap and a white scrap. All right, so let's get stamping. We're going to let's start with the inside. That seems easy enough, doesn't it? We're going to use shaded spruce because that's what color cardstock we've got. And we're just going to stamp the greeting right off the top. Or I'm sorry, the sentiment. So I've got, except maybe you, as the sentiment here. And we're going to do kind of in the upper 1/3 because then it's going to be covered by this, right? Line that up. Hope it's straight because I can't really see. Oh, yay for me. That was awesome. Okay, let's set that aside for the time being. And I think we're done with the green ink, actually. I don't have much with that. All right, so then we're going to gotta bring in the Memento Black. And that's for the top. We're gonna stamp with, oh, I forgot to tell you, we are using More Than Autumn bundle. So we've got the stamp set and, well, you can see some of the dies are already missing because we're going to use some of them. And then I've got some already set aside for a different project that I'm working on. So we're going to use the cup and the whipped cream, and we're going to use the little peppermint stick candy cane. So let's start with this. Does it go this way? does go this way. All right, so depending on which way your scrap goes, you can do all of this together. We're going to stamp this here. Oh, look at that. I made a mess already. We're going to flip this over and do the whipped cream here. And I'm going to do the candy cane again over here. All right. Let me grab a chamois. I know I set one here somewhere. And I can't find it. There it is. Okay. Because I don't want that ink to get all over everything. So we're just going to grab a chamois. Quick move that off. All right. And then, so we've got these pieces here. So I'm going to use my Pretty in Pink Stampin' Write marker. You could also use a blend if you prefer. And I don't have blends in this particular color. So I'm going to just choose to color mine with the Pretty in Pink. And I'm just going to color the sleeve portion of it. You know, this looks kind of messy at the moment, but we're going to fix it up and color it all in. You could also re-stamp your cup onto a piece of Pretty in Pink and then just hand cut it out. There's not a die for this. Oh, well, this is out. I've got to do the rest too. There's not a die to cut out just the sleeve portion, but that's easy enough to hand cut if you chose to. So we're going to color in some of the whipped cream just so that it gives it a little bit of, it doesn't look so blah. And I chose to just do like every other layer. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, we're just sort of adding a little bit of zhuzh to it. And then with the candy cane, we're going to do kind of the same thing. We're going to color there, every other with the candy cane in pink. And then we're going to run these things through our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. One more thing I was going to do. I forgot about let's cover up the memento and bring back out the shaded spruce a second because I forgot I did sprinkles. I got sprinkles on there. So let's do sprinkles for our whipped cream. And lots of sprinkles. There we go. So we have sprinkles. All right. Then we're going to also use I picked out peppermint and hot cocoa. And I did this, the first way I did it, I had them both on the block and I stamped it once. And I feel like it's too far away. So I'm going to take off the peppermint, set that aside for now. And I'm going to stamp on this piece in Pretty in Pink. Stamp the hot cocoa down at the bottom. As close and as far to the right as I can get it. Then, clean that off a minute. And we'll put the peppermint on the block. And we'll add the peppermint here. I didn't want it to be like right on top of it, but I wanted it to be a little closer than my first attempt. So that should probably work. All right. And I think that's it for all of the ink now. So let's figure out where the dies are going to come in. So we've got a die for this and a die for that and a die for the candy cane. I may have stamped that too close, so we'll have to, let's pull this out of the way and this out of the way. Bring in the big shot I'm sorry, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for a minute. It's so easy. We're going to do the base plate number 1. We're going to do the die cutting plate number 2. And we might as well just put these right on up here. We've got the cutting plate. And yes, mine are very well loved, but that's okay. They still work. When they stop cutting evenly, that's kind of when you know you want to maybe replace them. I don't know if that's going to work out very well for me. I got to grab some washi tape. All right. Let's put a piece here just to hold it in place so it doesn't shift while we're running it through. And because I've got so many pieces, a lot of times one piece will shift and you don't even realize it when you've got multiple pieces in here. So it's easier to just tape it down so you don't have to redo what you just did. Maybe this is going to fit. I think it will. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to we're going to run this through. And it always clings to the top of mine, that top piece, interestingly enough. All right, so we've got washi. I always put my washi tape on the side of my cut and emboss machine so that I can use it again, because definitely you can use it more than once unless you shred it somehow. But at some point it becomes so unusable that you can't use it anymore. All right, so those are done. We've got those 3 pieces. Plus I want to do a piece with, bring this back in. We're going to do Nothing's Better Than out of here. Let's do it this way. There's not a preference. This is just a piece that I grabbed because it was scrap. I'll run that one through. And there's that. That's fun looking, isn't it? And let's get our dies out of the way. All 3 of them. And this one, I found that if I pull down from the bottom part first and get it shifted to the back, then I can hold it with my other hand. And hopefully this will come out. Here we go. All right. Nothing's better than. And then I'm going to bring my snips in and just, I usually have my my little paper piercer part of my take your pick tool, and I don't have it right here. I usually keep my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I usually keep it on the other side of the room. And so while I'm doing the filming portion, it's too far away. All right, so we've got Nothing's Better Than, and we've got our pieces here. And then we've got one more thing. The top portion for this, I have a folder. This is going to be interesting for you. I have the Forever Plaid folder. This is a really big one, so it's really great for doing like whole sheets or whole fronts of something, but I'm only going to use it for this. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for how I'm lining it up this way. It's just going to go this way. We're going to bring back in click the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with our platform number 1. And the fold is going to go in first. And then our plate number 4 is going to go on top. And we're going to run that through. And then, let's see. Pull this off of here. That's kind of fun, isn't it? All right, so then I'm going to bring back in my Pretty in Pink. And we're going to lightly, very lightly, hopefully, skim this across. Our paper, just dragging it very gently. And it's getting a little bit in, and that's okay. It's all right. Everything's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's kind of cool, just to add a little extra color. Otherwise, it was a little bit boring. All right, so now we're going to start putting this all together. We have our pieces all made. So we're going to put this piece on the front. Let's see if my glue will actually come out. Yay. Come on. There we go. Of course, best laid plans, right? And so this is going to go here. And then we have these 2 pieces that we made. So this is going to go here. Let's put these 2 pieces together. And then let's line it up first before we move on, right? Getting ahead of myself. Okay. So then I've got the nothing's better than. Now, there are a couple different ways you can, and I've shown you a few different ways, but honestly, the simplest way that I like to do this is to just do some dots of glue. There are multiple ways to add some glue to some of these things, but or we actually have adhesive sheets too that you could put on the back of here, and that you would do that before you ran it through your die cutting machine. But I find that just adding a couple dots here and there of glue is enough. All right. And we are going to add a little bit of glue just to I'm going to set this right on top of here like this. So I just want to hit a couple of dots there, right? See if I can do this without. It's going to go this way. And then my candy cane is going to go on here. Come on. I don't understand how it can get so far away after I've just used it. But and then we've got our inside. We're going to put the inside in. We're going to just center that up in there. Like so. There we go. And now we're gonna put glue this on. Come on. There. Now here's a little trick for you. How do you get this? How do you know where to glue it, right? Well, you kind of put it where you want it. You think where you think you want it. That looks about good. And then you flip it over. And you reline it up the way you thought you would. And then you add your glue only to the parts that you can see down to here. There you go. Then you flip it back over and glue it down. And there you have it. Challenging day today, isn't it? Anyway, so that's the Fun Fold card for October. I hope you give it a try. There's so many things going on in October. The kits are on sale, and there's a join special going on. That's all I can think of right now. Anyway, so many things. So reach out if you have questions or if you are interested in learning something specific. I'd love to hear what you'd like to learn, and I'd be happy to teach it to you. Come back every Wednesday because there's a new video every Wednesday, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would please. I would appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching the replay and these products are no longer available, please challenge yourself to do the same layout, the same kind of a Fun Fold layout sketch, if you will, and substitute some other products. Use different colors, use a whole different stamp set, but challenge yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching.